cool. That's another kind of easy jiggy to get out of the way. One I think I did not like, because I don't think I was good at getting the last of the notes, or the last of the patterns down, because I guess, what, a pattern of 7 was too much for me? But already, we actually have not a whole lot to get, so let me get this. And it's just to this crocodile that's kind of been sitting here, but past that, it's the maze. But I've already kind of spoiled the surprise. We've yet to get our power up here. And in a lot of games, too, you can usually kind of get a hint on what you could do, but I'm curious to see what you would think of. Also, dragonfly bastard. Goodbye. Anyways, little boot maze, it's nothing too hard. Hardest thing you gotta do is go grab the musical notes, if I'm being completely honest with you. And even if you're like really bad at like depth perception or something, the time is extraordinarily forgiving. And they have re-upped your boot, so it's perfectly paced out where you're not gonna have much of a problem getting to the end of this maze. Not even a maze, really, it's just a long path more than anything that's a little bit more intentionally tricky, I guess is the word. We'll stop here, though, because... And the jiggy we saw earlier was kind of a warm-up for this one. So what I want you to do is not go in the first person, Banjo. Oh my god, you stack of garbage doo-doo. Thank you. Whatever, fine. Honestly, this might be better. This is a lot harder version of this. So, you get this, okay, cool, whatever. You get like 10 seconds, so. Yeah, just be careful, man. If you fall, it's obviously kind of a long trek back. It's a, like... I hate my life, man. First you see it, now you don't. The fast one wins, the slow one won't. Okay. I like your rhyme, it was very nice. Alright, attempt number 2, let's see how this works out. Alright, I got this, is not the greatest of all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Holy shit, man, that's so much better. Alright, there we go. God, can I get the camera around you, but it looks like it didn't want to wrap behind me until I kind of went like a step or two down the path. Okay. Now let's just take it as slow as I can, because I really don't want to walk the maze back again if I'm help it, you know? There we go. Alright, cool. That's definitely one of the more trickier ones we got going on in this level, but I'd say our trickiest one is still yet to come. I think a lot of people find it, well, tricky for sure, so... Okay. And here's Mumbo's house in the center of this little maze we got going on here. First up, they love hiding Mumbo tokens in very, hidden-esque spots. But as you see, there's actually 10 needed, so we had more than enough, but that's to overload, if you ask me. And our second honeycomb piece of the level is actually up here. Why in, like, the first level, if you remember me saying that? I said basically without... or with every time you see a Mumbo house, you check. You check every time. Okay, whatever, you know what? I don't need to go up. This is red feather snowfall. Oh! You slimy bastard, you. Why do you hide those... I don't know, I'd be like a shopkeeper, you know, you go to like Walmart, buy some groceries and somebody, he just has like a $20 bill behind the register, but like you can pick it up for free, I guess, I don't know. Anyways. Wait, Mumbo need new boots. Only kidding. Actually, one of my more favorite power-ups in the game, little crocodile. Oh. I meant to use our attack. Well. Oh my god, really? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, back to the crocodile. Sorry, as we were saying. I also should mention, too, because I don't think I mentioned it initially, is that, with that little, like, token cost, you only have to pay it once up front. If you could figure that out already. You're free to change whenever you want to, given you can just, you know, go back. Why I do it in this order, it's very, well, particular, because it's going to help you. And also, you don't have to run through the maze. There's this little hole that only you can traverse to as tiny Banjo, Crocodile Banjo. So, there you are. Anyways, if you couldn't tell with your, like, hard-esque skin, you are immune to the waters. So this is how you're going to get a lot of the other things in the swamp. And so the first section of Crocodile Banjo is just to play cleanup, really. Grab all the musical notes, grab anything else. There's one that's, again, in Jinjo in the area, too. So I will be going to do that. I don't know if I'll speed this up, maybe play something. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything I could talk about here. I guess I could hint at it slightly. There is a interesting thing with Mumbo. I'm sure many know it's not that like well hidden of a secret, but it's still entertaining Easter egg. It's honestly a pretty rare chance, if I remember correctly, happening. It's a very random instance that you could go multiple playthroughs without ever seeing. But I wonder if we'll get it. I'm kind of wanting to see if we get it organically, or if I have to kind of force my hand on it. So I got it organically like the first time I ever, or not the first time I ever played, but the first time I ever saw it was on like a normal playthrough of mine. So yeah, Mumbo does show up a lot more now. It's not like he's like such frequent. It's just they went a few levels. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Something wants me to say there was like scrapped ideas for having power-ups. Maybe that's just my wishful thinking. It seems like it could work. Like maybe there was a transformation in every level, but it was not there. You do have an attack bite. I know we kind of mentioned this, but you can kind of a little bit of airtime with it. It's not the greatest airtime at all, mind you, but you can fight back. Anyways. Cool. So, similar to the Termite Banjo, we don't really do any kind of dance with it, but we still got it, so, okay. There's that, and then, what was our notes? I think actually we got everything we needed. Because obviously you could go, if you didn't get anything with the boots, or some of the things we already got, we could have gotten with the Crocodile Banjo and vice versa, so... The last thing we have to do, actually, a lot less of exploring. I believe you do need Crocodile Banjo, because I don't think the boots, as you kind of are pretty tall, you can fit under those crevices, or overhangs, whatever you want to call them. So, yeah, just as you should know. So, at least grab that. And probably back there, since I don't think there's any really close by boots. Lastly, this Crocodile, you might see this. You can check this out. There's a few power-ups that allow you to go into very small areas. So first up, grab our notes. You found all 100 notes! Yep, cool. Not really need to repeat that, do I? This is definitely another potentially infamous one. So inside we have a Mr. Dude here, kind of just chilling. So let's go up to this lad and talk to him. I'm Mr. Vile, greediest crack of all. Play my game to win a prize. Press A to accept or B to chicken out. A game is simple. Eat more ready humbly send me. Ready? See. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So you use your chompy ability to your good advantage here, but yeah. Mr. Vile is a frickin' bastard, dude. He's one of the more infamous dudes here, too. That being said, we do have all 100 jiggies, or 100 notes, and you see those shoes that we currently can't actually access right now, as they're kind of like see-through, much like the waiting booth before we got the power-up. So you can technically come back here for an easier time with some things, however, you can 100% do this now. So, first round is very easy, just kind of keep on it. You can also try to cuck Mr. Vile out of getting anything too, like that. Probably what you want to do, and you definitely want to do that in the later rounds, because to actually get his jiggy he's holding is, you gotta win 3 rounds of him back to back. So, losing him also sucks, because as we'll find out if we do lose, he gets to chomp you, he says, and he'll take damage from him. We'll see if that happens, but first round's pretty damn easy, so you don't gotta worry that much. Gah! You only won the easy game, now we play harder game. Eat reds, avoid yellow grumblies. Day not ripe. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Even more so, yeah, you want to watch out for the yellow grumblies, which look like these snake dudes. They will kind of stun you for a couple seconds, so do not eat those by accident. Not super hard, but Not like they swap like that real quickly, but this is definitely one where you're having less resources to vie for, so you want to be careful. Sometimes you can just follow Mr. Vile like this to cheat him out of anything. He is faster than you just by a tad, so you got to do some like kind of strafing. Oh, you son of a bitch, dude. Okay. There we go. That's what I like to see. Honestly, second round's not super bad either. It could be a little tricky on you. Just be careful. And then, most importantly, it's the third round that sucks. It's the third round that is a piece of shit, so... Oh, I forgot to say. Good, thank God, because he was half a second away from getting that. If he ties, he cheats and wins. That's also why he's a cheating bastard. Alright, you must play one last game. Only eat what is shown at the top of the screen. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Anyways, 100% this time. Your biggest bet is to A, be careful to not get stunned, because if you eat the wrong one when it's on screen, it will severely screw you over. But this is one where you definitely want to steal Mr. Vile's food, because he is fast, and this game is a lot harder, so just be careful. So. Nice, dude. Holy shit, that was awesome. Yeah, but if you play the game of, like, just stealing his kills, so to speak, it makes it a lot more manageable. You just gotta stay ahead of this curve a little bit here. Oh, shit. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, red. Gonna go to this side here. Yeah, this is one, though, that having the yellow shoes are gonna be a lot... Or the yellow shoes. The white shoes are a lot more helpful if you have it unlocked, which I guess there's nothing stopping you. It's just gonna be quite a bit in actual game time. Oh, nice. Did that first try, baby. Let's go. Mr. Vile never lost before. Greenie can have prize. Alright. Mr. Vile now has tougher challenge if Greenie not scared. You must win next 3 games to win 3 extra lives, but each time Greenie loses, Mr. Vile chomps you for 1 life. Press A to accept or B to slide off like a slug. Mr. Vile is baddest croc of all. Look, everyone, Greenie is scurrying off. Yeah, this Vile's a douchebag, anyways. Yeah, so that is the worst trade deal of all time. Don't do it. Yeah, so you can't use these shoes, but that will definitely help you. Well, yeah, he's gonna keep asking, so just mash B. Yeah, getting chomped for 1 life sucks, and yeah, if he beats you in the first run, he did, I think, like 2 things of life. It's a lot. Okay, come on. And then he gets a freaking gloat on us, so that's cool. Whatever. Anyways, Bubble Gloop Swamp is now done. Isn't that cool? But of course we're not actually done, as you're probably aware. Similar, we haven't gotten the Grunty, we hit the Grunty switch, we didn't get the Jiggy from it. However, I'm gonna rip off the Band-Aid here, you can't get that right away. The other thing, too, is just with ever a power-up, it's in your best interest to at least take it outside the world a bit. The range is a little bit different for each power-up. It's kind of... There's no really actual set boundaries for it. Like how the Termite was really close. This one gives a little bit more... Oh, I screwed up. I know I screwed up. I screwed up. I do remember this being a pain in the ass a little bit. Okay. That's right. There is something you need to do beforehand. So we'll actually have to go back. I'll have to do a little bit of cutting because, God, this is kind of annoying. So you can use the power-up. And we probably should have done this beforehand. I think I messed that up on my end, too. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, over here, the waiting boots back at the entrance of the Bubble Gloop Swamp area. We want to go grab, as obviously, Banjo-Kazooie and make a beeline for this tunnel you probably saw earlier. But of course, we couldn't access it until now. Or at least the second you got the wading boots, which I guess if you want to be efficient, you could probably go grab this first. But I forgot about it until I literally was about to walk out with Crocodile, so. But over here, there's a 2-for-1. So I guess you could have went over here first if they wanted to. Because there is a puzzle location, as it seems to be in commonly just right behind the next, oh my god, right behind the world you just beat. Oh, Bubble Gloop was right behind Clanker, and then this one is now too. Obviously, it's a very icy sounding world, so let's start pushing the puzzle pieces in. Which again, I like doing this one by one. Cool to see what he actually get to build, and it's a giant snowman. There's another, I think, fan favorite if I had to be honest. Freezy Peak. I also completely butchered that as a kid, just called it Freezy Peak. There's clearly a lot more letters, but, you know, fine. Never said I was smart, right? Ah, okay, so you want to do that, and then... You're too small. You need to break the ice, but you need to do it as Banjo-Kazooie. A little weird, kind of back and forth here, but now we got to go back as Crocodile to go access this. A little bit of a pain in the ass to kind of just play back and forth, and of course, Mumbo's hut is very, you know, lodged in the back corner for this world too, so it doesn't make this one the most ideal, but... Alright, I'll see you back with Crocodile Banjo, though. Alright, back as Mr. Crocodile Man. Go up here, and as you can see, the range is a lot farther for power-ups as opposed to the Termite was, but it's very dependent on what you can actually do with the power-up outside. And mysterious little area in general. Hello, what's up, moving? There we go. I want to look around this cave. We never get to see much of it, but let's see what Mr. Bookman has to say to us. Cheeto, the spell book you have found. Magic cheats I have for you.
Hey, Bookbrain, what do you say? You better not give my spells away.
Which lost book? Finder, Bear, and Bird are spells they get.
We sure do, Bag. We sure do, Bag Lady. Come on, Book Boy, give us the spells.
Only one spell Cheeto can tell. Enter the code Blue Eggs on the Sandcastle floor. Treasure Trove Code World. Help you at will. Thanks, Mr. Cheeto. Hidden in lair of other spellbooks there are. Them you should find. Cool. Yeah. So I know he's called Cheeto, but there's just more like upgrades that you can get. Kind of hidden, not necessary, but they're very helpful. And Blue Eggs is the first one we'll go find here. And we'll go see exactly what that does. So I'll cut back to that once again, kind of nearing the end of where I probably cut this recording for me, but we'll also get to see, I think where you get to the entrance of this area on the other side is where Mumbo cuts off his magical power. But I want to say there's at least 3 of them in the game that you're going to find. The first one pretty early on, and the rest are a little bit later, so still nice to get. And as you see, the sandcastle has its uses. It's definitely one of the more visited places in this game. Okay, yeah, Mumbo Magic get weak, and then probably right up top here. Yep. And it ran out. I better break out of the animation before he hits me. You sack of shit. Happens every time, I swear. No, not the end of the world, but every time you come back to this, you do have to drain the water with Leaky. So it takes about 5 seconds to do, so it's really not the end of the world. I just figured it's something you should probably know. But with the cheat we're putting in, it might not be that big of an issue going forward. So it won't highlight again. Oh, gotta be careful while doing that move actually here, because, well, I don't want to hurt anything, so hold up. Go. Okay. Where's the L at? I don't know, because I'll never take the L. Okay. L. And we'll go punch in blue eggs. You can also hit the same one. You don't have to go find like a unique one like it was last time too, so makes it a little bit also easier to press everything. And 200 eggs are now yours. Now 200 is maximum too.
That lousy cheat for extra eggs won't help bear and chicken legs.
Yeah, so now you got a lot of eggs. Very helpful if when you like to use a lot of eggs. And playing this in Banjo-Kazooie, I don't know if eggs are as useful. They're helpful and you use them a lot, but Kazooie they really ramp up the egg usage a lot, and as with certain other things. But I mean that's it. All right. Lastly, well, actually, no. You know, it's a little bit of a walk back up. I think this will be a good place to end this, all things considered, because we can go hit up that next note door next time and find out what's past it. Because, well, we have Freeze Easy Peak. We already unlocked that level, so we know what it's like. But we have a whole new area to explore, and honestly, past each note door, it's kind of interesting. Like, what new stuff are you gonna find? It gets a little bit more intricate from here, so. And honestly, we haven't even finished halfway through the game yet. There's 4 worlds done, but there's still quite a few more worlds to go through, and they only get longer from here, really, so. Let's stand here. And we still gotta get this one, but you have to go up from a higher ground if you figure that out from this angle. So, without... I don't like anything else to say, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.